Well, welcome to another short ElmLive for Codevember. We're going to be doing another small little graphical program in Elm. And I am in a different location today, so if there's any audio problems, please let me know in the chat. So let's jump right in. So here is going to be the inspiration for the day. This is a GIF that I found by, it looks like James Frey, as far as I can tell, is the creator of this. And it's basically an animation with overlapping concentric circles. So I want to do something similar to that. And we're going to use the same SVG render library that we were using yesterday. So let's go ahead and get into the code. So I'm using the same code repository that I used from yesterday. And I'm just going to make a new folder for day 2. And let's see. I think I'm just going to try running ElmLive from here. And let's make a new main in our day 2 folder. We're going to import graphics.render, and let's grab our sample code from the render package. This quartz render is the one we're going to be using. I've already got it installed from yesterday. But you would just say elm package install quartz/render. And here's their basic example. And then the render we don't need because I'm exposing everything directly. Shrink this up a little bit. Alright, so let's see if we can get that running. Day 2 / main.elm. Alright, we will load it up. Alright, so there's the basics. So, alright, we did like a black and white thing yesterday. So why don't we try some different colors for today? Maybe like some blues and greens. So I'm going to start with a background color, and actually I want 2 colors. Background is going to be a color, and this will be RGB, some kind of red, or sorry, some kind of blue. And we'll have the foreground is a color. And we'll have this some kind of green. Maybe like a bluer green. There we go. Okay, we'll start with that for now. And we're going to keep this fill. And then we're going to have a rectangle. 500, 500. With a solid fill of the background color. We can kill that stuff. And we also need to import color here. Actually, I'm not going to import RGB. Alright, and then, yeah, we did the same thing yesterday. Rather than 500, let's go to a width of 750. Oh, I guess I did height. There we go. All right, what's next? Let's draw a circle. And what does this take? I'm going to look up the docs for this, or actually it's maybe an ellipse. Ah, okay, we just say ellipse and we give the width and height of it. So let's maybe try 200, 200, and I want to stroke this with an outline. So rather than solid fill, I want no fill with just a border. Can we do that? We want something that takes a shape and gives a form back. Solid fill, texture fill, and that's it. Okay, in that case, I guess we'll use solid fill with border and give the border, and then we can have a transparent color for the fill. So what does this take? This takes, I'm going to assume this is the fill color. So let's define that as a color. Actually, that might already be defined in the core library. Let's check on that. Color. Nope. Okay. So we'll make a new one called transparent, and that'll equal color.rgba with alpha 0, 0, 0, 0. And then this also needs the width of the line, so let's say 3, and the color that we're going to draw the line with. Great. All right, there's our green circle. So our next step, let's draw multiple concentric circles. So I think I want to make this into a function. I'll just call it set of circles. I'm not really sure what the best thing to call it is. And this is a form, which comes from the graphics.render package. And then here, we're going to refer to that. Okay, that still works. So now rather than doing one ellipse, let's take, let's make maybe 10 of these. So we'll go from 1 to 10 with the range, and then we'll list.map. And we'll take that and let's multiply it by 30. So each circle will be spaced out by 30 pixels is the idea for this. And then let's take the map and, or then we'll map again, and now we'll call this the size. And for each of these, we will draw a single circle. And actually, we don't need to make an anonymous function there. So single circle takes an int and returns a form of message. This int is the size, and this is the code for that. Actually, I'm just going to pull this all onto one line. And then rather than 200, we'll use the size. And okay, it's complaining that these need to be floats. That's fine. And then we have, what do we have? We have a list of forms. So we want to take this list of single circles and put them in a group. Bam, got it. Okay. What's next? Actually, why don't we make this go from 0 to 10? What I'd like to do next is make an animated offset. And actually, why don't we do a few more of these so this goes all the way off the screen? Great. All right. So what I'd like to do next is take an offset, and we'll have a set of circles with an offset of 5, let's say. So when we convert this, we're going to multiply the index by 30 and then add the offset. So there's a little 1 in the center. So next what I want to do is make the offset animate. So we're going to need to convert our app to a program. So I'm going to call this view, and instead of 5, this is going to be the model.offset. View will take a model and give back HTML. Our main. Hey Proton, how's it going? And yours sent you also showed up in the chat. Welcome. Hope you're both doing well. All right. So let's see. We're going to do an html.app.program and import html.app. And we don't have model. Okay, and then we also need to import HTML exposing HTML for the type. And our model is going to have an offset, which is a float. Cool. So then our init is going to have offset of 0. And then we also need to return a command. We don't have one, so we'll use command.none. We're going to have subscriptions, and we're going to use time.every for this. And I'll finish writing the rest of this in a moment. Our update function is going to be update. So we'll define that here. Update will take a message and a model and give back a new model and a command. And for now, we'll just always return the model and command.none. And type alias message is going to be nothing. We don't really care, so I'm just going to use a unit. And then time.every, we need to import time. Then what else? We need our view. And then, what is different? Subscription is giving the wrong thing. So we need to tell time.every 2 things. First of all, how often to fire. Let's do every 100 milliseconds. And second, a function that converts it to a message. And our message type is unit. What is the difference between startapp.start and html.app.program? Startapp only exists in Elm 0.16, and html.app.program only exists in Elm 0.17. So you'll have to They're basically have equivalent functionality. So startup went away when the signals went away and when the effects changed to commands. All right, so now let's do our update function. And whenever we get a message, and just for type safety, I'm going to actually pattern match on the unit, so that if we change the message type later, this will all blow up. And let's just increment our offset every time. All right, there we go. We've got some expanding circles. And actually here, I want to mod this by 30. Can we do that? Well, let's see. I don't actually remember what in Elm you have for modulo. Ah, it is this, but it only works with integers. Okay. So actually, why don't we make our offset be an int? And let's see, what did I mess up here? Oh, offset, okay, it wants offset to be a float. So in our case, whoops, where'd that function go? In set of circles, offset is now going to be an int. And now we can float this. Before we do that, we are going to use modulo 30. There we go. Okay, so now, yeah, great. So now it repeats, and the center circle doesn't just keep going up and out and out. All right. So I guess here's what's next. Let's have multiple ones of these. I basically want to take this set of circles and copy it around. So we're going to have a set of circles here. Let's get another one and transform it. I think it's called move with this graphics library. Yes, prepare for the hypnosis. Move, okay, so let's move it by 50-50. Yeah, great. And let's see. I guess, I don't know, we don't really need to do a lot more than this, other than put a few of these around. Yeah, okay, so let's take 50 and maybe make it 70. And let's increase the width of the lines. So where is that? Here. Maybe 6. And let's see, I'd like to place a couple more. Maybe farther out, but kind of diagonally. So I want to go farther than 70, maybe almost 3 times as far. So how about 200 then? And maybe 120? Where's that land? Uh-oh, what happened? Oops. I am guessing something went wrong with the ElmLive script. Let's just restart it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I want that actually a bit farther out, so maybe 240 and 150. There we go. That seems pretty good. And let's spread those all around too. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. And I'm kind of seeing some popping as some of the lines go off, so let's add a few more lines in each of these and make sure each one extends. Actually, let me turn on only one of these that's in the corner. And okay, yeah, we can see where the line ends. So let's add a few more of these lines to make sure we cover the whole screen. There we go. Turn these back on. And let's maybe shrink the line width a little bit. About 4. Cool. So, well, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm actually pretty happy with that. That's basically what I was envisioning from the beginning. So, thanks for tuning in. If you make your own little sketches for Codevember, be sure to share them. Let me know about it. And I plan to see you back here tomorrow. Possibly at a different time, but I will keep that updated on Twitter. So thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all next time.